I'll now go through how to complete the online incident notification form. Unfortunately, some of the drop-down menus won't be visible on the video screen. However, each of these areas that have a drop-down arrow have a number of options that you can select. I will try to describe them as best I can. Also, you'll notice that a number of these items have red stars next to them. These indicate mandatory fields that need to be completed in order to submit the form. First thing you'll see we'll start with is the kind of incident. Kind of incident, you'll have three selections: incident, hazard, and near miss. For the purpose of this demonstration, we'll have a look at completing an incident form, as it's the most comprehensive. Incident type, you'll have a number of selections which basically describes the type of incident that occurred, whether it was an aggressive client, whether it was a pinch point, whether it was a foreign object, a fall from height. You'll have a number of selections, and the idea is that you scroll through the list and you find out which is the best description. Incident classification, these are your standard incident classifications: first aid injuries, medical treatment injuries, lost time injuries, and non-work related. Choose the option that best describes the incident as you understand it at this point in time. If they have only received first aid treatment injury, then just click first aid injury. This can be changed later down the track. Description, self-explanatory. You put in a brief description of what occurred. We'll then put in the date and the time of the incident. And the date that it was actually reported. We then move down to the reporting person details. This, in most circumstances, will actually be the person that is injured. However, on some occasions, this may be reported by somebody else. So the relationship, you'll have a number of selections here: employee, contractor, member of the public, and volunteer. So whoever is reporting the incident, choose the option that best describes that employee's condition. In most circumstances, it will be an employee of the company. Then just move through and fill in the relevant details. Reported to, this will be the person that's reported to. In most instances, this will be the actual person's manager. We then move down to the location of the incident. From this drop-down menu, you'll see that there are a number of states with the plus sign next to them. Whichever state that the injury occurred is where you will go first, and you'll press the plus sign next to the state, which will then expand out into the relevant divisions that are under that state. This incident occurred in Old Mate Training in the Mate division. The exact location is where I'd put in the exact details or address where it occurred. Moving down to the injured person. If the reporting person is the injured person, all you need to do is click on the injured person checkbox, and it will self-populate those given name and family name sections. If it's not, then all you need to do is type in that information. Injury details, brief description of the injury that has been incurred from the incident is typed in here. Moving down, you'll see that there are a number of selections: injury, a result of, nature of injury. If you know what these are, you can drop the menus down and complete them. But if you don't, the only mandatory section to complete is the injured body part. You won't see this section on the video. However, there are a number of different body parts. The key point is just to try and choose the one that closely resembles this one. So for this instance, it was a bruise to the right index finger, and there's a selection there for fingers, which is the option that I would choose in this instance. Then move down to notification. The key thing is to write your direct manager's email address in here. From there, all the mandatory fields are completed, and you simply just need to click finish, which will then submit the notification form for processing.